Hello, this is Ask Dr. Ben. Our next question that I didn't get to before because I had to read a paper, but now I've had time, is from Catherine. So the question is, this seems like an interesting study. Is there a scientific explanation for why the MMR vaccine would protect against or lessen the impact of coronavirus on the human body? And so, this is a preprint posted to ResearchGate, which I also use. It's a pretty good site. For getting papers without having to go through journals and having your library pay $1 million. It's just scientists sharing things. So it's useful. The paper is about how the MMR vaccine appears to confer strong protection against COVID-19. And at that point, you can say, well, okay, that's a big claim, and there's going to have to be pretty big evidence behind that claim. Yeah, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. Yeah, or extraordinary evidence anyway. I don't think the evidence is there, but it's a neat idea. So this is one of those what we call a single author paper, I believe, the idea is that. Oh no, it's got a couple people on it. Okay. The idea is that, MMR protects against COVID, and so you could say, why would a vaccination against 3 other things, measles, mumps, and rubella, protect you against a totally different virus that has very little in common with any of those? And the answer is, it's not going to be a direct thing, and it also may not be a thing. So this is based on kind of a statistical epidemiological perspective. We're looking at places in the world where there have been high amounts of vaccination and places in the world where there are high versus low amounts of MMR. Now, I think the thing that's probably confounding this study, so I don't think this is probably going to be the case, or rather this is a thing that can be tested and has not yet really been tested. You can give animals the triple vaccine. You can give the animal the coronavirus. You'd have to do it in some model where all those things kind of work together. And you could try to see exactly what's going on in terms of the immune system, what could be happening. Yeah, it's not going to be anything specific probably, but this is the same idea, which I think may be equally loopy, behind BCG vaccination, which is a vaccine against tuberculosis that is being talked about as maybe something that could work. And it's based on the same kind of evidence. There are things that any vaccine does to certain parts of the immune system. They can, if you like, put certain cells on edge, like helper T cells, for example. They can get them a little bit worked up. And so the idea is that if you keep some part of your immune system in this sort of state of distress, then theoretically you may be able to make a faster response against something else. It's a thing that could work, but it's so indirect that even the direct solutions only work in a fraction of the population. Everybody's genetically different. Everybody responds to vaccines differently. It's probably not something that I think we should rely on. But at the same time, MMR does protect really well against measles, mumps, and rubella, and BCG protects reasonably well against. It protects well against the disease tuberculosis. It doesn't protect all that well against you actually getting tuberculosis, but it's something, and there are places in the world where this can do a lot of good. And so, whatever, if this leads to more vaccination, that's okay. That overall strengthens humanity and helps people, and I don't have a problem with it. I just think, I don't know, it feels like we're misselling a thing or putting sort of false hope in a pretty untested idea. But the thing is, you get these ideas and then you test these ideas, and some of these ideas may work. So I'll keep watching this story and the BCG story, and if we get to that stage where we can say that it actually does work, it's counterintuitive, it's real indirect, it's super roundabout, but it actually does work, then I'll be happy to tell you about that, and that'll be kind of cool. Just right now, I don't know, it seems like the weirdest, most convoluted way to try and do a thing, the thing being vaccination and keeping people safe. Thank you very much. This is Ask Dr. Ben.